A while back, we posted a video on building a range here at God Family and Guns, primarily because we live in the suburbs of Kansas City and our neighborhood association frowns on shooting guns in the backyard. So we purchased this land, but the history of what we have gone through just to get to this point where we're finally about to be able to really spend some time down there has been 7 years. And so this is more of a general update on kind of where we are, but through just kind of talking with my wife about the experiences we've had over the last 7 years, the challenges and trials with this land and dealing with lawsuits and blessings, and there's just been so many things going on with this land that we decided to kind of make it into a series where we're just kind of say what we've been through. But the general idea is, we bought this land on the Niagara River in Missouri, and the Niagara River to me is one of the most beautiful places on the earth. I remember going on a float trip with my brother there when I was much younger, and I just looked around for those few days we were floating down that river and thought, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. So we got land there, and it gave us 1,400 feet of shoreline, and we started with 12 acres, but then access to this land was blocked by the neighbors, went through lawsuits. Through those lawsuits, acquired an extra 6 acres. When all that cleared up and we finally got a loan from the bank to build a small cabin, which is really the idea of this range, is the Niagara River. If you kind of Google where the Niagara River is from Kansas City, it's about a 3.5-hour drive depending on where on the river you're going to. And driving for 3 hours just to film for 30-40 minutes, drive home for 3 hours, that's 7-8 hour day just to get 45 minutes worth of filming done. And it's really hard to test a gun in 45 minutes. So we decided to build a small cabin there to be able to stay the night. That way we could really get some experiences. And we just, after 7 years of challenges, we finally got to this place. But even because of the delay on building the house came was even after they offered us the mortgage, we found out there was actually a mortgage on part of that land from many years ago. So we had to go and fight through that process to get it cleared before the bank was obviously going to give us a penny on it. So it's really been a strenuous spot, but here's where we are, and it's a beautiful home. The process we've gone through has been really exceptional. I will say that this isn't the cabin I necessarily would have built. Gave my wife free discretion over everything. Colors, light fixtures, everything is all her. So it's definitely not as rustic as one might think, but I want her to come join me. I don't want to go off and work for a few days without my wife, so I want her to join me, and that's really the purpose of it. But it's almost here. Right now we have heat, we have electricity, we have almost a shower. I'm just kind of waiting to be able to at least have a toilet and a shower. And then I'm going to start spending time there. But, so there we are. And through this whole process, even that last delay of waiting for that mortgage to clear, because of that delay, had we spent the money on the building, what we discovered was 7 acres next to us. A guy was very old and his wife had just passed away, and he wanted to sell it. And because we had not built yet, we happened to have the money to buy it. So through all that, the blessings and the delays of 7 years, we started out with 13 acres and now we have 25. We started out with 1,400 feet of shoreline. Now we have 1,700 feet of shoreline. I mean, it's amazing what God does. So we just want to update you, keep you in the loop. It's not that we forgot about it. It's just we're unfortunately fighting over land for the last 7 years. So love to hear thoughts, comments. We are going to start a series. I think this is really important to see. Missouri's a beautiful place, but this process isn't as easy as one might think. You just can't build a cabin in the woods like most people do in the world. For some reason, we just couldn't pull that off. It took 7 years just to get to the place where we are now. So love to hear your thoughts. Just want to keep you in the loop. I think it's going to be full speed ahead. We're very close to it being finished. My guess is by the spring it'll be finished, but even before then we're going to start spending more time down there and filming more, and we're going to keep you updated on this whole building process. Everything we went through from getting this building delivered, from finishing it out, building the deck, everything was just, it's been something else, that's for sure. But we haven't forgotten about the range. Just wanted to keep you updated on where we are. Love to hear your thoughts on all this. I'll put, eventually, we don't have any additional movies to the series yet, but when we add them, we'll start adding links below. So if there is a link below, there's additional movies. Love to hear your thoughts on all this. Put in the comments below. Like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel to Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.